Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at the results from Google Forms. If you remember from my last video, I looked at Google Classroom and also had created an assignment for my students that involved a Google Form. Today we're going to be looking at their responses and how to download those to a Google Sheet, which is like Microsoft Excel. So here is the form that I created for my students. It was just 5 simple questions, things that we all know. What is 2 plus 2? 5 times 3? Who is the first president, the capital of Alabama, and the fifth planet from the sun? So my students have all completed this work. I can see that by going to my Google Classroom and see who is done. Now, if you'll notice, 2 of my students did not complete the form, or at least that's what it's showing. I do know from my Google form that they all completed it, but what happened is that in my Google Classroom, they did not actually check this assignment as done. So that is a great example and learning point for your students. This was kind of trial and error, and I asked these students to play around with some different features so that I could highlight those for you. In Google Classroom, now that they're finished, I can actually give them a grade for this assignment. Notice here that it was worth 100 points. So in Google Forms, you can see all of their responses. I can see a summary, which shows it like a graph of who responded and then what percentage of students answered each question correctly. That's a great formative assessment check piece right there. You can also break it down individually to see what each student answered. So I can see by scrolling down what they answered. Now, it doesn't highlight whether it was right or wrong, but you can at least see who is answering which question correctly or incorrectly. Then you can click this green button over here, which says View Responses in Sheets. Once you do, it is going to open up a spreadsheet that looks similar to this. It will tell you what time the student completed it, and if you chose for it to, it will even grab their username. And then it will list each question and the answer that they gave. This right here gives you a lot of options, and you can even take some of these questions and different things and put them into other Google programs. I'll go over that in another Google video, but I do want to show you that this is available to you. You can also click the 3 little dots here, and you have other options as well, like to unlink the form from the assignment that you chose for it to be linked to, get email notifications, or just choose to delete it. In Google Classroom, now that I'm given grades, you can choose a couple of other features. You can mark it as ungraded. You can go over here to the settings button, and this is where it gets really neat. You can choose to copy all grades to Google Sheets. So from your Google Classroom, you will be able to take all of your grades and put them in one electronic grade book. So this is very cool and will save you lots of time. So with this specific assignment, I will only have one grade, but once you get going in Google Classroom, you'll have multiple grades and it will continue to add to your grade book. So you can see here are my students. Here is the assignment that we had. It was worth 100 points. And then it will even, give them a class average and things. So the gradebook feature is available to you. All you have to do is download it, and it will be a huge time saver for you as a teacher. So I just want to show you that this is available for you. And it should pop up with their scores in just a moment. Google Classroom has integrated so many features with all the Google products that it still continues to grow, but it's got some amazing options. Google Forms serves as an awesome formative assessment for your students. They can log on. It can be an exit ticket. It could be a warm-up activity, but you have all of the data right there that you need. So this is just a quick overview of your Google Forms results and how to give grades in the classroom once students have completed. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks.